Did you know that 80% of home sellers lose thousands of dollars because they didn't plan for the secret costs when selling their home? So stick with me for the next 10 minutes because I'm going to reveal the 12 things that are hidden costs that nobody else talks about, plus the exact tips to save you a fortune. So let's dive in. Selling your home in 2025, it's not just about finding a buyer. It's about keeping as much profit as possible. But there is a problem. Most sellers, they focus only on the realtor's commission and they totally miss all the other costs that eat away at 5 to 10% of their sale. So in today's market with 6 and 7% mortgage rates and picky buyers, these costs, they either can make or break your sale. So what are the actual secret costs? And how can you avoid these? So let's start with the one that catches everybody off guard. Hidden cost number one, home warranty demands. You ever heard of this before? You ever heard of a home warranty demand? Yep, it's happening in 2025 because 2025's buyer-driven market has totally changed everything. Some buyers are asking sellers to cover a home warranty, which costs about $500 to $1,500 for you to protect your home after the sale for their repairs. And guess what? If you say no, with finicky buyers, this could actually kill the deal. So here's the fix. You want to shop around for affordable warranty companies. You want to compare plans online, and you're going to find one that's under $600 and actually satisfies the buyer without breaking your budget. The next cost is one that every seller overlooks, and it's a budget killer. Hidden cost number two, pre-sale repairs. Now, buyers today, they demand move-in ready homes. Any single issue, whether it's a leaky roof or an outdated HVAC system, it can cost you anywhere from $1,000 to $10,000 just to fix. And worse yet is a buyer's inspection. If they find these, they're going to demand that you fix it, or you're going to have to lower your price. So here's how you actually stay ahead of that. Get a pre-inspection. I know this sounds crazy, but for $300 to $500, it's like a cheat sheet that tells you what to fix before your listing. And trust me on this one tip alone can save you thousands. But the next cost, this one you can't avoid, and it's a big one. Hidden cost number three is closing costs. Now, this is a big one. Closing costs. As a seller, you're on the hook for 2 to 5% of your home's sale price. Now, think about it. That's $4,000 to $10,000 if you're doing a $200,000 home. But homes like these, it's going to be a lot more. So this is the stuff that you got to really think about because it includes title insurance, transfer taxes, and sometimes this is the things that people ask for, even buyer concessions. So here's the tip. You want to negotiate and you want to ask the buyer's agent to split some of those fees. Think about this. Or shop around for a cheaper title insurance company. This is the stuff that's going to save you money, and every dollar counts. But hold on, the next cost can hit you while your home's on the market. And any guesses what that is? Hidden cost number four. This is a sneaky one, holding costs. Now, while your home, it sits on the market, you're still paying maybe for a mortgage, utilities, property taxes. And guess what? For the average home, that's about $1,500 to $3,000 per month. And in some cases, it's a lot more, right? But here's the deal. In 2025, in a changing market, homes can take 60 to 90 days, and in some cases, a lot more to even sell. So this is the thing that you got to watch out for. So what's the fix? Price your home right from day one. You want to work with an agent that sets a competitive price based on your local market comps. Overprice it, and you're burning cash. But the next cost could hit you in your wallet even after the sale, and you won't believe what it is. Hidden cost number five is capital gains taxes. Now here's the one that shocks a lot of sellers. It's capital gains taxes. So if your home's value has skyrocketed like a lot of people's has, you might owe taxes on that profit, especially if you sell it for over $250,000 as a single filer or over $500,000 if you're a couple. So for high value homes, this can mean tens of thousands of dollars to you. So here's the tip. Talk to a CPA before you list that house for sale. They can help you plan for some exemptions or even deductions so you can minimize that hit. The next cost is one that every seller faces, and it's a budget buster. Hidden cost number six, moving expenses. Hey, don't forget, when you're moving, it gets expensive. A local move might cost $1,000 if you're renting a truck, right? But long distance, guess again, by $5,000 to $18,000. I mean, these costs have really jumped in the past few years. So if you haven't been quoted on moving expenses in a while, prepare to be shocked. And if you're storing furniture, you can add another $200 or more per month. Now here's the hack. You want to start planning early. You want to get quotes from multiple movers, and you want to declutter that house. You want to reduce that weight so you don't have to move it in the first place. You know why? Less stuff, it costs less. The next cost on our list is all about your agent. You need to know this one. Hidden cost number 7 is agent add-ons. Now, don't fall for this. Most sellers, they already know about real estate agent commissions, right? But some agents, guess what? They're going to tack on additional marketing fees. Things like, I want you to think like $500 for photos or $1,000 for fancy videos. These are add-ons, and that stuff can add up really fast. So the solution is to vet your agent. You want to ask the full fee breakdown before signing and make sure that you're working with your best option in your local marketplace. And when I say best option, it's the one that you're choosing. You don't want average, you want way above average, right? A good agent, they'll market your home without nickel and diming you. Now I want you to know that there's 5 more secret costs that you must know, and you need to know exactly how to dodge these things. But before we dive in, I'm going to give you exclusive access to my battle-tested Agent 27 tool, and this is designed to save you some serious money. Now just click the link below, you're going to find it in the link, and use my free agent finder. And this is going to analyze your local market. It's also going to analyze and connect you with the top performers of real estate in your area. So that way you're not getting average, you're getting way above average. So no matter where you live in the United States, this is going to help you. Now this isn't an agent or someone that I didn't trust. It's someone that I trust with my own sale, and I vetted and negotiated the best price for you and to shield you from those costly mistakes. Because I want to make sure that you put more money in your pocket from your own home sale. Up next on our list is hidden cost number 8, homeowners association fees, HOA fees. Now this is the one that blindsides a lot of sellers. It's the association fees. If your home is in an HOA, guess what? You might owe additional monthly HOA fees, and this stuff can go from $200 to $1,000 a month until that sale closes. And some HOAs, they have additional transfer fees, and this is up to $1,000 just to hand over paperwork to some buyer that's buying your property. So here's the tip: check with your HOA now and ask if you can prorate those fees or negotiate for a transfer cost, because planning ahead, it can save you hundreds. But the next cost is one that could haunt you after you've moved out. Stay tuned. Hidden cost number 9 is utility shutoff or transfer fees. Now, if you think utilities are done once you sell, think again. The utility shutoff or that transfer fee is one of those silly little expenses that just keeps on mounting up. Now, some of these companies will charge $50 or $200 to disconnect the cable, the water, the gas, or the electricity, or if you don't return the equipment, or to transfer them to the new buyer. It's crazy. But in 2025, with rising service costs, these nickel and dime fees, guess what? They keep on creeping up. So here's the hack. Call your providers early on. You want to ask them about shutoff fees and see if the buyer can actually assume your account to avoid them altogether, because you don't want these fees. The next cost is one you'll never see coming, and it's a big one. Hidden cost number 10, prorated property taxes. Now here's a sneaky one, prorated property taxes. So if you sell mid-year, you're responsible for the taxes up to that closing date. For example, if you have a $300,000 home, that could mean $2,000 or $5,000 depending on your local rates. Here's the tip: budget for this early on and use an online tax estimator so you can get a ballpark, or ask your agent to confirm what the proration is going to be at closing. But wait, your closing costs could derail your sale if you're not ready for it. You won't believe what it is. But wait, your next cost, it could totally derail your sale if you're not ready. You won't believe what it is. Hidden cost number 11, staging fees. Now, first up, staging fees, a professionally staged home, can actually sell for 20% faster. But hiring a pro, it can cost between $2,000 and $5,000 or even more for luxury homes. Now, if you think you can skip this, look, buyers in 2025 expect Instagram-worthy houses, and an empty or a cluttered home can sit on the market for weeks or even months. So, here's the tip. Save thousands by doing it yourself. Declutter, repaint neutral colors, or rent furniture for key rooms, or try a virtual staging service just for a few $100. But staging isn't the only cost that sneaks up. But wait until you hear about the next one. It's a deal breaker for most sellers. Hidden cost 12, landscaping and curb appeal. It's super important. Here's last but not least is the landscaping and the curb appeal. The upgrades really do matter. A messy yard or one that's dated, that has an exterior that's dated, and it really does turn buyers away. And fixing it can cost between $5,000 and $500 and everywhere in between. So you want to think about mulch and sod and power washing. These are the things. But here's the trick. Focus on the high impact, low cost fixes. Trim the bushes, add potted plants, clean that walkway. And you can do this stuff yourself for like $200. Okay, so now you're armed to avoid all these costs, but I got one more surprise for you that's going to save you thousands. Because I don't want these secret costs to steal your profits when you sell your home. You want a head start? Go ahead and grab my 2025 Seller's Guide. This is the secret that wealthy home sellers use, and guess what? This stuff really works. These tips will work in any house, any neighborhood, any market, anywhere in the United States. So go ahead and click that subscribe button to this channel, and then just fill out that form below. Now I want to know, what's the biggest problem with selling your house? Go ahead, drop it in the comments. I really want to know where you are in the process and what you're planning on doing, and what problems do you have and what do you need help with. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button for more tips on how to sell your home like a pro, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, guys.